Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be showing you another connector in Claude today. So if we go to this little plus button and we go to connectors and manage connectors, you're going to see that there are several different connectors that you can connect to. I'm just going to select here, browse connectors. And I'm going to go to the popular. So Google Chrome, it's already enabled, but you have Figma, file system, etc. So Figma actually right now is the third most popular connector. If I just click on Figma and kind of give it a read, the Figma MCP server helps you pull in Figma context and generate high quality code that aligns your code base and design intent. The Figma MCP server helps you pull in Figma context and generate high quality code that aligns with your code base and design intent. Use the MCP server to retrieve code resources from Figma designs or make files and turn your ideas into production apps. So you can generate code from selected frame or nodes. You can extract design context from layers. And you can code smarter with the Code Connect. The Figma MCP server runs locally on your device and operates only when dev mode is activated and enabled within Figma file. You must have the latest version of Figma Desktop app running in order to use this. Enable the Figma MCP server in the Figma app, open your Figma application, open Figma design file, access the dev mode inspect panel when your MCP server configuration options, and the Figma MCP server handles authentication through Figma Desktop application. This authentication is managed automatically by Figma when you're logged onto the desktop app. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to install the Figma plugin. And then I'm going to also go over to Figma itself. So I'm just going to pull this up here. I'm going to go add, and I'm going to type in Figma Desktop app download. And now that it's dragged into the applications folder, I'm going to search for Figma. I'm going to open this and I'm just going to log into Figma. And it said that dev mode needs to be enabled. So I'm just going to make sure that dev mode is enabled. So I'm going to open up here. I'm going to log in with my browser. I'm going to continue with the email. I'm going to select my email. I'm going to open the desktop app. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to enable dev mode. So I'm going to go to the settings. So if I go back here and I go settings, and I'm going to find dev mode in the settings. So if I go to account, I'm just going to go back to Claude here and try to find where to open up the dev mode. So it says open runs locally and operates only when dev mode is enabled within a Figma file. So you must have the latest version of Figma Desktop running in order to use this. So I need to create a Figma file. So I'm just going to open up Figma now, and I'm going to create a new file. So I'm going to create design, and I'm going to try to enable dev mode. So if I go here and I go, there should be a settings, file. So I'm actually going to go online on Google and I'm going to search for how to enable Figma dev mode. So it should give us this guide here. And it says dev mode in Figma gives you everything you need to navigate design files and transform design into code. With dev mode, designers and developers can stay on the same page, make sure important details aren't lost in the handoff process. So developers use dev mode to access advanced inspections. Okay, so in your file, open the Figma, click on the code dev mode toggle, or using the shift keyboard. Oh, so I see it's in the bottom of this design file. There we go. So it looks like you have to upgrade to work in dev mode. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'm still going to see what we can do with the Figma plugin. So I'm going to go to a new chat and I'm going to say, hi, Claude, do you see the Figma connector installed? And while this is loading, I'm just going to do some research on how have people been using the Figma connector in Claude. So like there's this good article by Figma here from Claude Code to Figma, turning production code into edible Figma design. So looking through my available connector, I don't see a Figma connector installed. I do see a design related. So we might have to close and open Claude. So I'm just going to close it and I'm going to open up Claude again. And I'm just going to go, or I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit Claude. I'm going to go Claude again. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just want to make sure that the plugin is installed. But while that's loading, I'm going to say plus can add connectors, and I'm going to find the Figma ones. The Figma one is here. And I'm going to see if I can do, okay. Hi, Claude, can I connect to the Figma plugin? Okay, so it says Claude Code is one of our MCP partners. See all supported agentic tools in our MCP. It says, sometimes the quickest way to move an idea forward is to create something real. Building code is one way to do this. Live prototypes let you work with real data, feel interaction in motion, and get a clearer sense for technical scope. With AI-powered workflows and Claude Code, it's even easier to spin up these types of explorations where you can prompt, iterate, and adjust interfaces in real time. The challenge becomes how to bring that work out of a linear context into a shared space where you can take it further, whether working solo inside a team. All right, so it says it looks like the Figma plugin is already connected to your session. I can see the following Figma tools. So I'm just doing a demo for using the Figma plugin. Can we do something to show the audience how the Figma connector works? So let me suggest a demo flow that would showcase the Figma connector nicely. Here are a few options. Pull a screenshot of a design, get metadata about a Figma file, get design context. Yeah, I think any of those works. Let's just try one out. You can either capture multiple screenshots in a single session, preserving sequence context so the full experience makes sense. When interfaces created in code are brought up to the canvas, the conversation changes and new possibilities open up. You enter an open space for thinking and exploration. Yeah, it's really interesting how Claude and Figma are going to be connected because a lot of people love Figma and they love to design in Figma, but also like Claude just makes it so much more efficient. So it says here, it looks like the Figma MCP service needs to be enabled in Figma Desktop. Here's what to do. Open the desktop, click the Figma menu, go to Preferences, enable Dev Mode MCP server. So let's try that. Let's go. I hope that I don't have to sign up to do this, but I'll go to Settings. What did it say here? Click the Figma menu, go to Preferences, enable Dev Mode. So go click the Figma menu. I'm just going to take a screenshot. And I'm going to paste it in here. And I'm going to say, do you see where the preferences are? Preferences section that's accessed from the Figma menu, the hamburger icon. Okay. I just can't find the hamburger icon. Maybe I need to be full screen. Oh, Figma. Oh, so it's actually using my Figma app, which is really cool. So I don't even have to use my computer here. and I can just watch as it does it. So right now I'm actually not clicking anything, and Claude is just going through and finding preferences. So it's actually going to click through this and set that up for me, which is really cool about this new Claude desktop version, is that you don't really have to do much work. Like you could just sit back and kind of let Claude do its work and kind of see what it's doing. So it says this likely means that Figma Desktop, and it needs to be the latest version, and then check for updates. So that is the Figma connector. I would love to see what you're doing with it, and if you've managed to find a way to work out with it, would love to hear about that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow.